Hello YouTube, Intuitive Edge. This is a channel where I do intuitive tarot. I take a tarot deck and use the imagery and the interpretation of the cards, and I blend that together to see what intuition I pick up from the cards, as well as blending it with the meaning of the cards. So with that, just wanted to kind of give people who might be new to my channel kind of what I do. And then I look at current events and see what wisdom we might be able to glean from things happening in the world. So tonight I would like to look at the FBI. I was going to do this reading solely on the person of Rod Rosenstein, but I really felt like I was being guided to do more of an overview of what's happening with the spying on the Trump campaign and what's going on in a kind of a broader sense, more than just one person at the FBI. So let's get started with that. I did do some shuffling ahead of time, so I'll see if I need to continue or if I can just cut the deck. So, all right, let's move the candle out of the way and let's see what we have here. I think it's okay to go ahead and cut the deck. So I'll do that now and we'll get started. Okay. All right, so this is FBI spying on the Trump campaign. We're going to do a horseshoe spread looking at the past. Now, interesting, we have the consequences card. This is a card of, as you can see from the picture, this cat is all tangled up in a ball of yarn, and he's very tangled up in something. And there's consequences to actions. That's what that card is talking about. It's also that this is like a miscarriage of justice. Okay, that's what this is saying also, with it being reversed. So the players involved, it sounds like, got themselves in a little over their heads, dealing with something that has dire consequences. And that was a result of miscarriage of justice. Okay. All right. So in the present, next card, we have the Three of C. This is a card of relationships. As a reversal, it can indicate a parting or a distancing of friends, or a parting of the ways, or just some contention or some sort of problem with friendships, work-related partnerships. There's a disconnect and discord among friends in this. Okay. This is what's hidden, kind of what's So this is a card I like to mention. This one is like strange bedfellows, people that partnered up that you wouldn't normally think. With the Earth Kitten, it's also a messenger telling us that there's more to this question than meets the eye. And this is the question of hidden. What's behind the scenes? What don't we know? And this is telling us that there's a lot that we don't know. Okay, there's a lot more to the story than any of us are being told and that we know. So to base any type of judgment about this spying on the Trump campaign, basing any of that off of the news is probably going to be you're getting like 5% of the story, so to speak, and it's very disadvantageous to base an entire narrative off of a tiny fraction of information that may or may not complete the picture of what's really going on. This is saying there's a lot more underneath that's going on, and there are people that are coordinating together that you would not suspect. There's people coming together that are involved in this that nobody is suspecting, because that, I would assume, means that hasn't come out yet. So whether it will come out, maybe that will be revealed as we continue with the cards here. Obstacles. Obstacles. Now, this is a card of a lot on the plate, a lot going on. This is like a card of, this is like being overwhelmed, having too much, too many choices. Makes your head spin because there's so much going on. This might be kind of like this card here with being tangled up in the yarn. There's so much to unravel when it comes to what's really going on, that in itself might be an obstacle because of the layers of what's involved. It's going to take some unraveling and undoing to begin to focus and put the picture of what really happened and what really went on. It's a little confusing right now because I don't think all the pieces are together, and it's hard to put together exactly the true picture of what happened. Okay, environment. So things are heating up. This is the Ace of Fire. This is a card of good forward-moving energy, a lot of passion, a lot of purpose driven. This is the card of the environment. What's going on in the environment, in the situation? What is shaping up? What is coming out? And to me, this is like, I mean, very picture on this Ace of Fire, things are heating up. I think it's going to start to kind of percolate, come to the surface. We're going to start to, I think some people are coming to a place where they're wanting answers, and there's an effort and a drive to obtain answers. And whether that's going to be stonewalled, I don't know how much that can be held off, what answers are going to be obtained, what answers we still need to get, but the process of getting down to the bottom of what happened is really beginning to come up and come to the surface. That's going to come out. So, next card. This is the what should be done. Okay, this is the Death card. Very interesting to have the Death card in what should be done. The Death card in tarot, as I've said in previous videos, it rarely means literal physical death of a person. Generally, what death in tarot means is a life-altering transformation. Big change on the horizon, top to bottom. And the question is, what should be done? And basically this is saying there needs to be a house cleaning like nobody's business. Imagine if you have a house that needs to be remodeled, and the extent of the damage is so bad that there's no sense patching up a wall here, putting paint over here, when you might as well just gut the whole thing and start over. That's the Death card. That is the essence of what it means to have transformative change that is life-altering. And that's what needs to happen in the FBI, according to this, my opinion. All right. Okay, outcome. Now, what we have on the outcome card is the Five of Sky. This is a card of basically, it's infighting. It's basically casting shuffling people in and out, making personnel changes. There's going to be, I think, based on this, some heads are going to roll, figuratively speaking. There's going to be some people that will be outed, moved out, maybe stripped of their position. I know that some of that has happened already. There's a long list of people within the FBI that have either been fired, reassigned, demoted, whatever. Expect that to continue. I don't think that process is done yet. This card, the Five of Sky, is very much saying that is still very much a possibility. And given the energy of what should be done with the Death card, I think that there is still some room for that type of drastic change that needs to happen within the agency. Okay. Overall, we have the Tower card. Over this whole thing, overall, we've got the card of Cataclysm. And this is a card of upheaval. Great change. Kind of like the Death card, but this is like a destructive, like, you know, like a hurricane or a tornado that comes in and destroys part of a town. That's the energy of the Tower. It's like we're coming in and we're just going to just completely strip this down, start over. Now, these are just energies, okay? This is saying what energies does this whole spying on the Trump campaign, what's it going to produce? And there's, again, with this energy of wanting to get down to the bottom of it and get answers, there might be some real change, difficulty in change, actually. So I wonder, I've got my little booklet over here. I want to just look that up because sometimes these can have really powerful little words. I've got my little booklet here. Tower card. This says being knocked off of one's position of arrogance, making humble, preparing the way for realization and awakening to the truth. So to me, this feels like there's probably going to be some more people that either leave the FBI or are fired, and it's going to really reshuffle things and cause a way for things to be rebuilt in a better manner. Now, oftentimes when we get the Tower in, you know, if you were sitting down to a reading and you had the Tower come up, this is just to know that there's change and shift coming in your life. But if you are open to flowing with the change and realizing that change is a natural part of life, you'll have a much easier time adjusting to whatever change life brings. And if you can keep a positive attitude, that will go a long way to helping you rebuild and make something even better. There have been many times that people have said, you know, when faced with a difficult situation, several maybe months or years down the road, they turn around and say, gosh, that was the best thing that ever could have happened to me because I grew from it. I learned something from it. I'm in a better position now. It opened doors for me that I wouldn't have otherwise taken. So the Tower, though it's challenging, isn't always, you know, it doesn't have to be the end of something. Oftentimes it's just a necessary cleaning out so that something better can come in. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You know, it's I don't want it to sound like it's all, you know, horrible and terrible. It's just simply needed. And with that, something good can come and something positive can come of it. Okay, I'm going to leave that here. Mr. Buddy popped in and he usually kind of takes over. So I think he's telling me it's time to wrap this up. So say hi. All right. Okay, everybody. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you liked it. Please leave a like if you do. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.